Hi everyone. Welcome to 2024.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Yes, 2023 is done and now we are all heading into 2024. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and I cannot wait for the year ahead. Not just for the horsey activities that I'll be doing this year, but also making great YouTube content. For all you at home, 2024 will be my first full year of YouTube and I can't wait to be giving everyone some fun comp vlogs and just YouTube content for us all to watch this year. Now to the point of today's videos, goals. I'm sure at one point or another, all of you have created goals for yourself, whether that was at school when you had that absolute pleasure of creating SMART goals, which yes, I understand the point and see the purpose of my teachers making me do SMART goals at school, but really they were the bane of my existence at school. I realised doing goals at school was futile back in year 10 when my friend made a really good goal for herself, her own personal goal, something like reading 10 pages of a book a day. And then the teacher proceeded to walk over, look at my friend's goal and say, that's not a good enough goal. Try again. Like, what? Who says that about someone else's goal? That's their personal goal. What do you mean a goal isn't good enough? But I do believe when it comes to horse riding and equestrian sports, making goals for yourself is a really important part of our riding journey. They help you build a path to where you want to achieve and where you want to end up with your riding journey. And they also push you to achieve milestones within your riding. Goals are, however, way easier said than done. They have to push you to change in some capacity, and that change can be so hard. So it's very easy to create a destination for yourself, a goal, envision it and go, yeah, I'll do that. Then file away and go, yeah, I'll get there. Eventually. Then you file it in your head but completely forget about the goal. Then in 6 months, when you have not progressed in your riding and you're still in the same spot you were 6 months ago, you will go, I'm still the same rider I was 6 months ago. Yeah, no fucking shit. But I'm not trying to criticize. I'm a very avid follower of this mindset. If Jesus was the embodiment of procrastination and settling, damn it, I'd be Peter. So that's why in my life, I find when I write my goals down, they become more realistic because A, it holds me accountable to do them, and B, I can really visualize them and remember that I actually have to do them. It gives me a place to look back on in 8 months and see if I've achieved what I wanted to do or if I failed miserably and am just wasting away my youth. But anyway, so where do I keep my goals? In my goal book, of course. So being the crafty little fairy I am and finding myself bored in the summer holidays, as I often find myself, I decided to write down my goals in a way that scratched my brain and really held me accountable for them. So I thought I'd show you all my goal book from 2023 and we can have a look for ourselves and really grade me on how I did with achieving the goals that I set for myself back in January 2023. So being the teenage girl I am in Australia, and when I graduated from Smiggle to Typo, I decided to get myself a little notebook. And in this notebook, I found it in my bag. It is from Typo. Got it out, and now I'll give you a little tour of the contents. It's a lot of blank pages there. So as I have aesthetically written 2023 horse goals. On the first few pages, I wrote up my goals in my big, beautiful writing. I am not an aesthetic girly. I wish I had neat handwriting, but I really don't. My handwriting's always been bad, and I'm really good at like planning creative art things, but I can't execute them well. So in my book, I've written down my long-term goals. that I wanted to do last year, my things I wanted to achieve by the end of the year. And I wrote my short-term goals and things I want to do throughout the year. Don't really know what distinguishes the difference between that and the others are, but whatever. So for long-term goals, let's have a quick sticky beak. I have event Dexter and get to 80 on Dexter. That went swimmingly. By the end of the year, I wanted to get to the September Canberra event and do the 95, which firstly, what delusional world was I in thinking that I was going to get to 95 by the September? What world? Anyway, that's what goals are for. Feeding into your delusions. I wanted to do 380 centimeters, whatever that means. I don't know if that means just a straight show jump round, but by the looks that I didn't classify show jump round, but in the next line I did classify show jump round, I'm assuming it means eventing start, which I did do. I wanted to do a 90 centimeter show jump round and go to a dressage day as well. My short-term goals were riding 4 to 5 times a week, build up a consistent frame on Dexter, excellent, go to dressage comps, go to minimum 3 events, I got in 4, build Dexter's flatwork, and go to 80 centimeter plus clinics. Wow. And for my things I wanted to do, I wanted to go to nearly every jump club. I wanted to go to Albury, Hardin and Sydney, have group cross-country plans, start doing clinics and build Dexter dressage. And then I was kind of cute and wrote in the bottom corner, my main goal of the year was to just stay happy and motivated. So what would I rate myself for this section? Long-term goals, didn't do any of these. Dexter got sick with Ross River fever back in February, so off to a great start 2023. By the end of the year, I did do like 2 of these. I did 3 80 centimeter events. I did 4. And I did do my 90 centimeter show jump round. I also did a 95 show jump round, which went swimmingly.
Lovely, well done, that was beautiful. Good girl, sit. Oh, shit.
For the short-term goals, I was riding last year about 4 to 5 times a week, which is pretty accurate. Maybe more on the 4 side than the 5 side, but you know, hey, I got it. I got there. Building up a consistent frame with Dexter. He was sick, as we've said. Build Dexter's flatwork. Sick. Go to a minimum 3 events. Tick. Clinics. I didn't go to a lot of clinics and didn't do any dressage comps. Flying start as always. So yeah, that's that section. My next section of my 2023 goal book is really quite arty-farty, where I did collages of places I want to go. On my list, I had about 4 places that I wanted to go last year. I wanted to go to Albury Horse Trials. I wanted to go to the Sydney 3-day event. I then wanted to go to Hardin Horse Trials, and then finally the Berrima Horse Trials. I went to 2 of these places. I went to Sydney and Hardin. Berrima was a hunter trial at the end of the year, so I didn't go to that. It was the end of the year. We were all tired. No one had no motivation at the end of 2023, let's be real. Albury clashed with too many things, so I didn't get to do that, which I am disappointed about. So to sum up the places I want to go section, my next section I had with my dream jump section, which I basically put photos from the cross-country app of all the jumps I wanted to do. Some of these were really unachievable, but the thing is, I have now jumped like most of these, which was a good section. Really proud of myself, not gonna lie. I put some jumps on here from Sydney, and I don't know when I was gonna have the time to do that. So that was mainly the goal part of this book. I next went on and started doing my individual goals for each event. I also started this book using it as a packing list, and then that's the book. So that was the 2023 goal book. If you follow me on Instagram, you can probably tell that there was quite a bit of deviation from what actually happened in 2023 versus the expectations I set myself at the start of 2023. Still, 2023 has definitely been the best year of my riding life. I achieved more than I ever thought I was going to, and if me 2, 3, 4 years ago could see what I did last year, I'd be crying, screaming, throwing up out of pure joy and excitement. So if I was going to grade myself on how I went following the goals in this goal book, I'd give myself about a B plus for the first section, a B plus for the goals section, because I achieved probably about 50% of what happened in here. And you know what? That's good. That's good. For me, for my goals, if I achieve around 50%, that's good. That's good. That's more than a C. That's a B plus, especially since as I went along with the year, I created more goals for myself that weren't recorded in this book. So I think a B plus is more than fair. For the next section, I only went to 2 out of 4 places that I wanted to go to. That is a 50%. So a C grade. However, I went to Sydney. And for me, going to Sydney really bumps up this page by another 2 points. So that means I went to 4 out of 4 places, which is 100%. So that's an A plus. I give this section about an A plus because I also went to Wagga, which wasn't listed on my places I wanted to go, but I went to another place. So, you know, that's an A plus for me right there. 2023 really was a magical year for all of us, including myself. And I'm just really praying and hoping that 2024 will just be as magical. And with that smooth segue, let's talk about my 2024 goal book. Now, being the arty-farty fairy I am, I wanted to make another goal book. But the thing is, in this day and age, there are things called printers. And my printer currently is not being my friend. So I was scrolling through TikTok as one does when I suddenly stumbled upon a whole new section of TikTok. The bullet journal girls.
Bullet journal with me for May 15th and it was another 3-star day.
See, this was good. She had her time. But now I've learned things to make her a whole lot better. See, the downfall of the 2023 book was I made it, then put it down, and kind of forgot about it until August when I was rummaging through my room, picked it up again, had a flick through it, and was like, what is... Oh, yes, the camera position is different. Ignore that. So for my 2024 book, I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to put it down and then forget about it and just keep running with my life in a manic runaway train situation. I want it so I can use it throughout the year and hold myself accountable. So with the help of the bullet journal girlies, I feel like I found ways to help me make this book so I can stay accountable to my goals for 2024. So without further ado, let's take a look through my 2024 goal book. So 2024 again, I did a quick little crappy title page, but we'll ignore that. And I again started with horse goals. For my short-term goals, I have specified that they will be done within the first 6 months. And I want to do 3 eventing starts before June/July, being realistic. 1 on Dexter. We'll see. I then want to do at least 1 dressage comp, get to 80 to 90 show jumping on Dexter, and ride 4 to 5 days a week. Then I've written about my long-term goals, which is by the end of 2024. I want to be doing prelim dressage on Dexter. I want to have done a novice/elementary test on Hannigan. I want to have done an 80 centimeter event on Dexter, and I want to be doing 92 meter show jumping on Dexter. Big dreams, big dreams. Next, I've done my places I want to go page again. This time I've achieved it, yes or no, a little tick box for me, and then I've given myself space underneath each heading to, you know, write about and give a little review of each event and explain how I did. Next, I have my show jumping competitions I want to go to, which is just the ACT show jump clubs, or Canberra Classic that they do, then Gundagai. So that's it. And then I have my dressage page, which you can see there's a little tear. That's because I spelt dressage wrong. So I had to tear out the page and start again, which then followed by me once again spelling it incorrectly a second time. So I gave up. I want to do ACTDA, and then I want to go to the NCEC competition that they do. I'm fairly sure they do a competition. I don't think I'm tripping. I'm fairly sure they do that. And then I want to do a talk day, because why not? And finally, the piece de resistance to my goal book. I have created a My Year in boxes for my writing. I've made two. I've made the first one here, which is, did I ride today? And if I rode today, I can either say it was a comp, a jump ride, a flat ride, or a lesson with these different colours. And then if it's a no, then I have to say why I didn't ride, and that's either motivation, weather, sick, day off, or I'm away. Then on the next page, I can rate my ride. If I were to make a future mental note to myself, I would choose to expand my colours, because when your pencils are all jammed together, it's very hard finding the exact shade of green that you used 3 weeks ago to make this key. So, you know, take that on board if you wish to do what I did. Then finally, I have my month of January page, where I have done my monthly goal, which is to improve on my lower leg stability. I'm also working towards Camden Hunter Trials, which is next month. And at the end of every month, I will be writing what my motivation was for that month out of 10, what my favourite moment of the month was, and least favourite moment, and my important date page. That's the book. So there it is, my 2024 goal book. I hope that gave you an insight to my goals for 2024 and how I want this year to go, and thank you for sticking around and watching this video if you made it this far into my ranting. Maybe this video has inspired you to make your own goal book, or just buy one of the ones that you can get specifically for horse riding online, which I didn't remember existed until I went to all this effort to make my own. But you know what, it was really fun. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you all have an amazing 2024, and let me know if you make your own goal book or what your goals are for 2024, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.